Now, the Subway Final Word.
The headline you haven't seen before.
Pedro Alvarez has struggled at the plate, and he's had some big-time problems with his throws from third to first. So the Pirates are experimenting with the possibility of moving Alvarez to first base. Welcome back to the Subway Final Word as we get ready to debate that topic. Should the Pirates really be toying with Pedro at first base at this point of the season, Mark Madden?
Well, I don't know if I would call it toying. I think desperate times call for desperate measures. And the Pirates, with all these injuries, in the standings, they're fine. Things are much rosier with those injuries than they had a right to expect. But I think it's worth trying. But I think it was worth trying a month ago, 2 months ago, maybe in spring training. The Pirates have the best managed team in baseball, or so they keep telling us. But whenever they come up with a good idea, and this is a good idea, they seem to come up with it a little bit late, such as Polanco batting leadoff in the minors, only for a short time before he came up to do just that in the major leagues. But as long as there's no way Pedro can throw the ball across the diamond to himself, I'm all for trying this.
Rob.
Yeah, I think, I wouldn't be surprised to see him fill in there a time or two or three down the stretch here. I would be shocked to see him starting games at first base. But at this point of the season, like Mark said, you might as well give it a try because you've tried everything else to try to get him to get that confidence down, and it just hasn't worked. That being said, I don't know how much you can really expect. You're going to have to temper your expectations of him at first base. This morning, Huntington was saying that it's not a difficult position to play, but it is a tough position to play well, and with so little experience there, we're just getting a crash course during batting practice from Gabby and a couple of the coaches. It's hard to expect too much from him in that situation.
Mark Cabali, is it true you played first base?
Hey, you know where I'm going with this one.
Yeah.
Not a tough position, Rob? Come on. What makes us think Pedro can actually play first base and he's never played there? All of a sudden he can play there at the major league level. There is so much going into playing first base. It's more than just catching the ball. Tons of footwork, knowing where to go, knowing how everything. It's not an easy position.
Well, I didn't say it was an easy position. I was agreeing with the GM when he said it's a difficult position to play well. You're right. That's exactly the point. You have to get those nuances down. You have to learn positioning. You have to learn footwork. You have to get that relationship built up with your infielders as well. There's a lot that goes into it.
Hey, we all saw Moneyball, Scott Hatterberg. Let's get Pedro's bat in the lineup.
Yeah, I'd say still keep him at third. Eventually he'll work out of this, right? I think Hurdle messed him up a month ago.
Did. Oh, wait.
I think Hurdle messed him up a couple months ago. This is a guy that needs to have confidence, and when you keep yanking him out, pinch hit for who? Travis Schneider. That messes with the guy's mind. I think put him in third base, let him go. And what happens happens.
His entire career, since the day they drafted him, there's always been some coddling, some massaging of the ego to get him to go out there and perform. I just don't know if at this point you can really expect it to just click like that, especially in the heat of a pennant race.
Okay, keep your comments coming. Your tweets and your Facebook posts will continue to scroll down the left side of your screen. With all the new receivers on the roster, should Ben Roethlisberger have played more than one series last night against the Giants? Brett Nesbitt says no, because if Ben were to get hurt, our season would be over. Play it safe. Preseason equals meaningless. Thanks for that comment, Brett, with more of the Subway Final Word right after this.